Hello, hello. I hope that you are all doing well. It's Lisa. Yeah, I wish I could tell you right now what this reading's gonna be about, but I was guided to kind of just do something very similar to a Celtic cross and keep it really open. So I guess Spirit has something specific they want to say, and they don't want my narrowed intentions to get in the way. And I'm fine with that, you know? I find a little surprise sexy sometimes. So you and I are going to dive into the unknown together here. I pulled all of the cards myself instead of letting them fly out so that I could lay them down and not see any of them. So I have no idea what energy we're stepping into, but I am ready. Whatever the weather, we'll brave it together. Thank you for being here. As always, you are so damn appreciated, and you guys are just so beautiful. So thank you just for being you. Thank you for existing. And I know some days it's hard just to exist, because being a human is tough, but you're doing a fucking fabulous job. The love and the energy that you guys share with me, I can't find the words to express how grateful I am for it. But just know that it's felt, okay? Okay, let's see. So we're just gonna kind of look at what the overall energy or situation is, and then your energy or how you're experiencing that, and we'll go from there. Okay, so the Six of Pentacles. Okay. The Six of Pentacles, Mac Miller being Mac Miller, a Capricorn moon at their finest. And this picture of these people, this reminds me of the Hanged Man, but like on steroids. So having many realizations or many things that are like coming from a higher place just flip your fucking world upside down. And I feel like they're all happening at once. There's also 4 of them, which makes me think of Cancer season and the 4th house. You could be feeling a lot, but there's some sort of, it's interesting because with this Six of Pentacles, I'm getting balanced energetic flow from that. There's a stream of grounded. It's like you're tapped into something higher, and these things are clicking because they're divine. You might be having downloads, or just like, whether you want to call it that or not, just like an aha moment, or however it is that you experience it. Some of you meditate and a lot comes through. Some of you meditate and like masturbate as a form of sexual alchemy, which is totally a thing and very powerful, because sexual energy is life force energy. So if you're, engaging with yourself in that way from a very focused place or with a strong intention, especially if it's coming from the heart and genuine, like divine desire, powerful as fuck. Some of you have Scorpio energy in your chart, or Virgo. Virgos are strong at that as well. Okay. Well, this got sexy real fast. But no, I do think that there's a huge shift going on with you. And part of you, I gotta be real, might be like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I almost feel like you... I want to clarify before I say too much. It's almost like you would come to a conclusion and you were just kind of feeling like a motherfucking PIMP, You were just like, kind of like, okay, dope shit for life. I'm back on my game, or something like that. And then all of these things hit you. And because they are truths, okay? These are truths. And by the way that they hit you, because when they hit you, they string you up. Not in a bad way, but it's like you have to take notice, because something is not just like a fact spoken to you, but it's like something resonates deep within you as true. And there's more than one thing. But it gets this, I think it's because of the way that you're receiving it from a balanced place, because you have gotten into a state of alignment with your personal truth, your personal path. It's like you've been mastering yourself. You've been on your shit. And you've been pouring into the things that you're naturally passionate about and good at. Like Mac Miller was just such... He's irreplaceable, you know what I mean? He was so fucking talented. Just next level talented. And he would experiment with all fucking different kinds of genres and, you know, working with different people, collaborating. He was such a G. Rest in peace, Mac. And, but he did have this energy, Capricorn moon, yo, which was just like, sometimes he was just like, I don't fucking give a fuck, you know what I mean? And it was like the energy, you could tell. But he was still such a loving person. And I feel like when he did get to that place, it's because he was being really critical on himself, or because he just put effort and energy into things that weren't really doing a lot for him. You know, like his like drugs and things like this, addiction, just things that were ultimately a little bit sabotagey and shadowy. But anyways, there's this element of you that cannot deny these truths, and these truths I'm hearing kickstart my heart, but I think that they also just get the energy flowing, maybe specifically in the heart space. Something starts moving. I feel like it's your bottom chakras though, or your root, sacral, and heart is what's coming through. So this could be really strong creative energy for some of you. But I like that it feels grounded because you have been in a place where you know who you are, you know what your limits are, you know your boundaries, you know why those are your boundaries. It's like you've gotten clear with yourself on a couple things. And that's why Spirit's like, let's hit them with some esoteric or just like undeniable divine truth now. Let's rock their world. You know, they were having such a good time. But you're ready to hear whatever this is because of the kind of zen, but like fiery. You're just very embodied. I feel like when this hits you, you're very, embodied. You're present, you're intentional, you're grounded, and you are anchored in yourself. So you know what's up. And that's why you're able to receive these truths, whatever they are, which I like a lot. That's optimal. Okay, so is there anything else that we need to know about this? The overall energy? That feels like all you. I'm vibing. There could be also someone else whose energy is, if it's someone else's energy too, then it's impacting you in a way that is like half turning you on and half just like not fucking again. Not again. Sorry. The Ace of Wands, it's like this energy turned on, but then defensive, like, but I'm tired, like, with this shit again, you know? But at the same time, you're like, but also, like, yes, please, like, don't leave, but also, fuck you. But it's not that, because something's being sparked inside of you that's more tender. There's the spice, and then there's the sugar. And they're both there, just like with old Mac here. Sugars and spices and everything nices. But yeah, this could be energy moving again between you and someone that, or something that things had dissolved with. And it could even be a friend, right? The Three of Cups is just like a good relationship, a solid relationship, something that did energize you in the right ways or inspire you in the right ways. It improved you. You felt like it was a positive thing or a divine gift. But It feels like there is a little bit of a divide. The Three of Cups in reverse is nothing super serious. But there's truth, and I feel like it kind of lights you on fire and gets you out of your head, which might actually be good for you because, like I said, I feel that leading up to this, you were already sorting, like you were in your head, you were sorting things out, and there was things that you needed to clear up, but you may have been spending a lot of time in your head. There could have been anxiety or just confusion. And I think that this feels grounded. It feels sensual. It feels tuned in, but not like overstimulated or over like hyper aware. So it's good. I really like that. And there's also a message coming through about like trusting. I have to put my coffee cup over there. There's no space. Trusting what you do feel in your heart, body, and sacral. So like sexually and sensually, creatively, in terms of like inspiration, what is making you feel passionate, what's lighting you up right now. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. Your mind has been strong, like I was saying. Okay. And I feel like this passion needs to break through that with just as much strength. Because there's better things that you can focus on. And I think this is actually you transitioning into those better things. And the energy just gets moving in more of a productive way, but not productive in like a boring, super structured, restrictive way. Again, it's a natural flow that you get into that feels grounded, inspiring, creative, and just good in the heart. And whatever this is, the way that it starts flowing, it really is making you see how the reason something was unsuccessful before is because there was all this weight being carried. And it's like you went into something not having hope. And so there was heaviness all the way through. And it prevented love. It prevented love and creativity and sexual energy. It fucked with the flow somehow for you here with whatever this was, whether this was like work, creating abundance in your life, your own health, and just feeling of like, I'm in a natural flow. Things could have felt very almost, like severe. It's coming through as kind of like being jerked or jolted around. Yeah. Okay, there's a lot coming through. So let's look at what your energy is, how you're experiencing this outside of what we've already seen. Oh, damn. So you're looking sexy, I see. You got Mac Miller and the King of Cups. 10 out of 10 would do. Forever. Like, put a ring on it, please. Okay. But seriously. This is... Okay, we're going to look into the Firefly in reverse, but I feel like this is actually coming through as stamina. Why is there so much sexual energy? Okay. That's spirit. They said, I can make it last because it's fueled by love. I can make it last. Okay. You're feeling everything super deep. And the thing with the King of Cups is that their feelings are more than just feelings. It's like they experience their feelings in every body. They feel it physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and sexually. They are very connected to their emotions. Very fucking connected. And they know how to regulate all of that. So it's like they're seeing and feeling and processing and understanding and integrating and healing all of this. But it's very internalized. It's very mastered. It's controlled, not in a negative way, but in like I said, a balanced, like self-regulating kind of way. So, excuse me, there's something in my throat. There might be something that you need to say, and I feel like you're gonna feel so much better once you clear that, because this is not just about the third eye and the heart chakras. There's also a lot of throat chakra energy in that card. And I was just saying, the King of Cups is, it's not that they never express their emotions. They are very fucking capable. And when they do, it is powerful as fuck. And when they do, like, this is scorpionic energy. And in the upright, healthy Scorpio, bruh, it's so good. It's so intimate. It's like, there's no high like it, really. Because it just touches you in all the right places. So dirty sounding. But I mean otherwise than just that. But also that. You know, Scorpio does rule sex. Just saying. But it's, they know how to go to those places that no one else can fucking take you. And not many people can go there with them. So that's why they really like vet their peeps, you know, they vet their prospects, because they know that once they start giving as well, scorpionic energy is incredibly fucking loyal. It's like once they open their heart to you, you've got a stalker for life. I'm a Scorpio rising, okay? Don't come for me. I didn't call for you, but you know that it's true. So there might be a part of you here where you had just settled on like not pouring yourself towards something. And now you're like, well, here we fucking go. But there's something you learn that automatically, I feel like this is not even really a cognitive choice. I'm just seeing a machine like turn on and the gears start grinding. And a part of you cognitively is very much like, what the fuck, you know? But more parts of you, this is kicking that's ass. Because it's all of the bodies are feeling something. And all of it's aligned. It all makes sense. Even if many different truths are hitting, they're all pieces of the same puzzle. Do you know what I mean? The Firefly in the upright talks about something that's inspiring and fantastic, but fleeting. So it's pure, it's radiant, it's illuminating, but it's super high frequency and it can't be sustained. So it kind of like burns out. It can talk about a moment of inspiration or awakening and then it fades. But this is not that. It's not something that is just going out or dulling. There's something that can't be like numbed or dulled out. And it's precious, but it's not elusive. Whatever you're feeling it's intimate, it's precious because it aligns with you in all of these ways. It honors you. Whatever you're feeling is honoring you. It's feeding you in a healthy way. And you see that not just intuitively, not just like things clicking in terms of intellect, but also like the energy starts working for you in all the right ways, or you feel some sort of shift in your energy. And it's very personal. And again, it might be when you meditate, you can feel something. It's almost like rising, like Kundalini. Like you can like, you know, how you envision the snake at the base of your spine, and then you can raise, like you can lift the energy by having the snake coil and come up and bring that life force energy up. A lot of that can be very sexual or sensual as well, because again, it's life force energy and it's starting at the base and then you're bringing it up. So some of you are sexual alchemists here, or you know how to transmute, manifest, ground, process things, tap into other realms. Some of you like visit other people as well, astral. But yeah, some of you visualize while you do that, but it's with a purpose. It's not just driven by just like blind lust, you know, it's like there's more to it. Okay, I really vibe with this. So you are experiencing this, like there's a small part of you that's kind of like, do I really want to do this again? It's almost like you're getting on a roller coaster or you're getting on a ride. And it's like, even though there's going to be dips and twists, like a roller coaster is fun, right? It's meant to be a ride. It's meant to be playful and exciting, adventurous. So, but you feel stable enough and the energy feels like it's flowing enough naturally with you. Like nothing feels disjointed, that it seems like you're trusting it and you're trusting yourself. Okay, so the challenge or lesson that you could be dealing with at this time, a leg up in reverse and the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay. There's one particular fear that you're having a really difficult time reconciling. It has to do with this. A leg up. Number 34, 3, 4. This particular progression from 3 to 4 makes me think of like something, you might have faith that something could come together, but not that it's the best time to create an actual solid foundation for it. Like you don't feel like now is a lucky time, or there's something about not feeling prepared in some way. And it's coming through as being very practical, like not being able to provide or create a certain type of stability sort of energy. I want to see what this says in the book. A leg up. It's the protection message because it's in reverse. Okay, so in the upright, this means receiving help, delegating authority, and interdependence. Okay, so the protection message says, are you always insisting on doing everything yourself? Do you have little faith that help will come, convinced that the burden of the world is doomed to remain on your shoulders? Your beliefs about going it alone need to be discarded, as they do not serve you at all. Let others help you. Yes, it will make you feel vulnerable to admit you need a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good, for you have a lesson to learn. You must let someone else assist. You can't do life all by yourself. Once you shift your expectations, you'll be amazed by how quickly help arrives to give you a leg up. So this comes down to a lack of trust here. Someone maybe abandoned you or let you down, or was not consistent or trustworthy at one point, and there was a belief formed that like, okay, I'm the only person that can do this. I'm the only person that won't let me down. I need to do this all on my own. I can't let anyone in. I can't ask for help, because maybe when I make myself vulnerable in that way, like to rely on someone or to even just ask them to help me with something that they know more about, right? Like if someone is better at math than you, okay, and you're taking like a calculus class, then asking them for advice, or if you have something really deep or spiritual that you can feel that you need to process, asking someone who understands that kind of thing. Although I think you have a pretty good understanding, but it's like, you know, to help you process through grief, or to help you communicate better, or to help you with that calculus class. There is help available, but this is basically saying your ego is getting in the way. But it's blocking your abundance in many ways. So there's a lesson surrounding receiving Because if you won't ever receive help, then you're kind of giving the universe the message that it can't send you good and supportive things, that you are going to do it all by yourself, when manifestation is co-creation between you and the universe, right? So you see how that message and that fear directly blocks your manifestations. So there has to be, this is the challenge for you. There's something there about looking at, like, understanding that this is not helping you. It's draining you most likely, because you probably feel exhausted and stressed. You probably feel isolated. You might feel misunderstood. And you just feel like good things never happen for you, you know, like it's a very draining energy. We all need help sometimes. None of us can do it all on our own. We're just not meant to. We're relational beings, and not just superficial relationships. We need to be seen. It's scary, but we need to be loved and we need to be seen. We need to be connected to on many levels, on every level. And I'm not saying that one person has to do all of that for you, but we do need that. And there's something here where you have a fear that you're trying to liberate yourself from. I think that you will do it, because the Eight of Swords is in reverse here. It's not in the upright, which is showing me that it's like, it's almost like a leg up is in reverse, but the Eight of Swords is also in reverse. So it's kind of coming to me like it's equal resistance on both sides here. Like nothing's giving, you know? So you could be going around, like, try not to ruminate in this. Try to, again, stay in your body, get out of your head. Something very important about that coming through. That doesn't mean turn your brain off. It just means don't be in like your monkey mind, the part that doesn't serve you, and you know it doesn't serve you. I don't really see that being an issue though, because something is trumping this. But there is this like conditioned in or very deep fear that's coming up to be broken out of. And I think it's going to feel super liberating when you do. But it does require vulnerability, just feeling vulnerable. So what you're moving out of, or what is here in the recent past. Let's see. Aries, I am, and the Nine of Pentacles. Damn. Okay. Well, this is, so you're not losing this energy. You've been through this in the recent past and you're carrying it forward with you no matter where you go. So this doesn't mean that it's like moving out of your life or leaving, but something is shifting, and this won't be the most prominent energy that you're in anymore. And it's natural for that to happen. We're meant to, like, you know, shape shift and evolve, because we contain so many different archetypes and elements within us. It would be a waste really to get stuck in just one, right? It would be like we'd be doing ourselves a disservice, because different situations and eras of our life will require us to crack different parts of ourselves open. So for instance, like if you might be in a very intimate relationship or a relational phase or a creative phase of your life, and these archetypes are really important, but still with discipline and commitment, but the ability to see things from different perspectives, to be open-minded, to let energy flow and kind of just move with it, and to trust yourself, to trust your intuition, your feelings to guide you. Whereas this is it's a super independent energy, but beautifully balanced. Knowing your worth, knowing your value, getting back in tune with that, and defining yourself. But it feels like the reason why it's important for you to kind of phase out of this being the most prominent is because I am, and then you put something after it, it's automatically a definition, and it does automatically limit you. So it's like you have to be willing to let yourself be a bunch of different things. Almost keep like I am open. And then let you live your life from a healthy, balanced, and inspired place. And in every present moment, show yourself all that you can be. But it's not just one thing. It's not meant to just be one thing. And there's something about that. It's like you mastered this and you're not worried about losing it, which is why you can phase into something else confidently. Because you know that you've mastered this. You know that you're not going to lose it. It's solidified. You're like, check, like I'm a baddie. Okay, on to being a baddie in a slightly different way. You could have created some stability in your life as well. Physical stability. You could be feeling like you're taking good care of yourself health-wise. Your finances may have improved. You could have got a job, something like that. But it looks good on you. Okay, so let's see what you're kind of coming into or phasing into. Okay, the Hermit in reverse. And then this card that says truth, reflection, nurturing, writer, and philosophy. Well, I'm not seeing this as being paranoia. I'm seeing this as being coming out of an isolated state or moving out of a really independent state. I'm actually seeing this as being very positive because I think that you coming out of isolation means that you're kind of overcoming this or tackling this, which is super positive because you're only going to realize that other people, once you are empowered within yourself, no one can truly disempower you unless you give them the influence to do that, right? But as long as you stay true, like as long as you stay tuned into who you know you are, and you've already gotten clear on that, I feel, then yeah, you can be pretty bold and it doesn't actually feel like a risk. Like you don't have to be afraid of getting super hurt because you know your personal truth. You have reflected, you've nurtured yourself. You've kind of nailed down your own philosophies. And again, it's like it's outlining your boundaries, knowing. That's why I heard it feels different this time. So I don't know what that's about. This could be you coming back to something, a creative project, something, anything that you wanted to build that was tangible. So a relationship, a creative project, a business, or financial opportunity. But whatever it is, I guess it feels different this time. And I think it's because you've genuinely done the work. And that's why you're ready to like add something to the mix, add something to the flow, even if that's just engaging in, again, like another opportunity or experience that's going to be significant, that requires some sort of commitment, or working with other people, some sort of collaboration or relationship. I'm really liking this though. It does feel like a really beautiful flow of energy. And it actually is coming from kind of like, it's kind of moving that way. So I think that a big part of, there's some sort of fearless act that takes place or just brave act that takes place. And it gives you the courage, or it shifts the way that you, I don't know. I see something happening that helps liberate you from this fear. It's like it knocks a domino over. And all of a sudden you see how far you've come. You see that there's nothing to fear. You see your strength. You see that you're empowered, which you don't need to be defensive. You don't need to be insecure. You don't need to be like, you're good. And because you're good, you don't need to be afraid of like sharing your energy, receiving and giving your energy to other people. It's like there's safe, you're good because you're grounded and you're embodied. Like I said before, you're empowered. So there's something that just doesn't feel as scary anymore. And then when you start to open your mind, it's like, like all these downloads coming in, the energy really starts to flow, like the roller coaster starts to pick up. And I see you just being very present for all of it, feeling all of it, and gaining this understanding as you move along and you experience more reflection, more truth, more nurturing energy, whether from yourself, someone else, or both, or an experience. You start to realize that something is not fleeting and something is nurturing. I want to say you on many different levels, or you in a very vital, intimate space. It's a place that hasn't been seen or watered in a while, nurtured in a while. I'm seeing like a plant deep, 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 deep down in the most intimate place within you. And it's like, it started to dry up a little bit. And that's receiving water, but it's like it's revitalizing all of you. So let's see what your primary goal or focus is right now. Treasures. Stone, spear, sword, and cauldron, and the fool in reverse. Okay. Okay. Whoa, did you hear my stomach? You grumbled super loud. Okay, let's see what this is all about. I think that this is Mac. Okay, this is giving Mac vibes. And that whole like, I'm not doing this right now, you can't make me. It's really giving, I'm not gonna lie, it's giving a little bit rebel without a cause, but it's also probably, you have a reason for this, right? It's like you've been pushed to this place, and I'm just getting a tired energy a little bit and like discouraged. Because again, there's been something that caused this fear of truly depending on other people or being able to trust other people. And yeah, I want to read this from the book. Okay, it says invoking power. What the heck? Okay, so I don't know how to say this, but apparently Ireland was invaded from the isles to the north of the world, and the invaders brought 4 treasures with them. The stone of Fail, which shrieks when a rightful king sits upon it. The spear of Lu, which grants victory. The sword of Nuada, from which no one escapes. And the cauldron of the Degda, from which no one leaves hungry. Each treasure represents power and its challenges. Oh, power and its challenges. There's something that's challenging you to step up, to embody your power in a new way. Because again, you've mastered this. You're not meant to stagnate here. This energy wants to flow. That's why these insights are coming in. They're meant to liberate you. And they will, because you're feeling it on every level in a way you can't deny, which is good. It's good. I feel it's refreshing. Again, it's water hitting that place. It's hitting you in all the right places, like I said, but there's a focus on not leaping towards something. I said leaking accidentally, so you could feel quite protective of your energy at this time. And again, I'm sure that's for a reason. Okay. It says if you chose this card, you are either naturally drawn to power and authority, or your present circumstances require the right use of power. Power is invariably a double-edged sword capable of cutting in 2 directions. Having mastery makes possible important personal accomplishments, expression, and satisfaction. Having mastery makes possible important personal accomplishments, expression, and satisfaction. I feel like I said that weird the first time. At the same time, in holding authority, you may attract circumstances and events that challenge and further develop power and authority. Yeah, that's what's happening. Unless you acquire emotional and spiritual qualities, holy shit, okay, equal to your talents and life situation, you will not be able to express the talents and skills you rightfully hold. Fuck, this makes so much sense. Consider the possibility that the challenges you attract are invitations to bring qualities such as greater awareness, confidence, integrity, savvy, kindness, and equanimity into your nature. Take time to reflect on the particular type of challenges you're presently encountering and the unique qualities needed to meet them successfully. My friends, you are being spiritually and emotionally leveled up and initiated, and you're so ready for this. Okay, so you know how I said you mastered this, right? The 9 of Pentacles can also be mastering your talents, your natural talents, and then they create abundance for you. So you have a natural kind of abundant energy here. It's kind of similar to the Empress energy because you know who you are, and that's what creates the ability to attract good things to you. Things that also align with your value because you know what your value is and you're in that frequency. But right now, there's something about your life path and who you are. You're meant to be a powerful and authoritative person. Yes, you are. But there's a lesson about the right use of power. And you're mastering something here. This challenge, whatever is shifting or moving the energy, whatever you're moving into that requires you to show up in some sort of way, in a grounded, committed, seeing from a higher perspective, having an openness and a flow, being more in your heart and your intuitive or your emotional and spiritual. That's required for what's coming next. And it's required for you to have the power and authority in this life that you're meant to have. It's almost like your soul signed up and said, I'm working through this karma in this life, and I'm putting the contingency on it that if I don't do this, I don't get my power and authority. And you know that you're meant to have this power and authority, but you also know that something is lacking because there's a fear, and it's an ego fear about not having to do it all alone. Even the emperor needs help. No emperor was ever able to have a kingdom successfully all by themselves. No emperor could do that. No, it's not humanly possible. So whatever kind of situation this is, it is going to help you. It is going to balance you. Not only that, but it will help you acquire emotional and spiritual qualities that equal and complement your natural qualities, your natural talents, and where you are in life. It helps the energy flow because it balances you in some way. And so now you'll be able to express the talents and skills that you rightfully hold. This is an invocation. That's what that is. But it does require these qualities of greater awareness, true confidence, integrity, wiseness, kindness, and equanimity. You will find great success though, but your focus is currently on not taking that fool's leap. So let me just clarify that a little bit and see why. Whoa. Something you feel like you cannot express. Because my throat is acting up right when I say that. You still don't believe something. You're still in your head here. 5 of Swords. This came up before with strength. It's your ego, the way that your ego creates some sort of narrative or talk in your head. And it's very much on repeat, and it's very self-sabotagey. It drains you of hope. It drains you of, this is just a really erratic and hopeless energy, like not being inspired, not having energy, not believing that you can get what you want, or that you have to be in a triggered state and like the only way you can get what you want is to manipulate or control. Like the 5 of Swords is a really gross energy. You don't want to be in there very long. And it's coming through as being really really, really heavy for you right now. So that's telling me that that is what wants to be broken out of, and it is surrounding a fear. It's a fear that fuels this. It's almost like I'm scared to believe, because if I do finally like believe in something again and then I get disappointed again, it's like there's something about that where you're like, I just can't do it. Fuck that shit, you know? I don't want to do that. But I think what you're failing to see is that you're so beyond. You're like a tiptoe away from being in your fucking authority and power. And all of the parts are here. They're just not integrated and expressed yet. You're embodying them. They're just kind of not organized and fully like clicked into place yet. And there's also something you have not said or done, some sort of action. Yeah, there's something that needs to be said or done, something that needs to be closed. It's your own ego. I don't know. It's saying that there's something that you know to be true. Something just and fair. And you know what this is what it's saying. Whatever it is, it will be different for all of you, I feel like. But it's a very big cycle that wants to be closed out. The World and the Ten of Cups. It has to do with you allowing yourself to be happy by allowing yourself to receive. Knowing that you don't have to always do it alone and seeing how that's been blocking and hurting you. And then the ego is just fear, by the way. That's all the ego is. He's not a bad guy. He wants to protect you where you've been fucked up before, and who can blame it, right? And that's why the ego is important. Like, the ego will save your fucking life. It's necessary sometimes. But there's something here that's hitting you just right in a way that resonates undeniably, and it's beckoning to you. It's lighting you up, but not just in those superficial ways. So your focus right now is kind of on like actively denying this thing, but it's because this liberation hasn't quite happened yet. I feel like you're kind of just in between here. Like, these things might just start to be clicking for you. Okay, so what is happening? Like, what's your true motivation coming from your subconscious under the surface? The Lovers, okay? It says, take your greedy hands, honey, lay them on me. The Lovers. I knew I felt sexy energy. Okay, the back of this says, the darkness attached to me prevents intimacy. I know you deserve better than me. Number 52. This is the belief. This is the Page of Wands in reverse, isn't it? There's some sort of shame here. Yeah. As soon as I read that, I knew that that was what that was. The darkness attached to me prevents intimacy. I know you deserve better than me. Take your greedy hands, honey, lay them on me. I just heard insatiable. There's something about your sexual energy, especially with Aries and Scorpio. It's Mars energy to the fucking hilt. It's strong as fuck. Is that why things never feel like they are actually sustainable or can last? Nothing can make it last in a way that can match you, is what that feels like. Something always burns out. But there's some subconscious belief. You see yourself as, it's coming through as almost like a black hole, like constantly wanting, constantly yearning, And a part of you, there's shame surrounding this because I'm feeling like this dirtiness, this feeling of like, I feel like you are feeling like you're dirty here. I know you deserve better than me. There's something about you that feels like this. I can't explain it. What I'm feeling shame, and I'm feeling like I'm dirty, or like I've been. It's like you shared this part of yourself fully with someone, or you fully unleashed your desire or your sexual nature or something on someone before. And it's almost like they weaponized that against you. They didn't trust you because of it. They used it against you in some way. It's like they minimized you. They told you you were nothing but like a slut or a hoe or something, when that's just one powerful part of you. And you're not even in that energy on a superficial level. You're in that energy in a masterful level. Like, I don't feel like you're the kind of person that would just be like, I'm just going to go fuck some hoes, Like, I feel like you honor your sexual energy because you understand how powerful it is. Even when, like I said before, even when you pleasure yourself, I feel like generally when you are balanced and healthy, I feel that there is like a focus and intention, and it's powerful for you. It's a tool, a manifestation tool. But the lovers, you don't need to be ashamed. This isn't all that you are. If someone made you feel that way, they were fucking wrong. They didn't see you clearly. Because just like with Scorpio energy, the sex and the love, they come together. They go hand in hand. We don't fucking play with that shit. It's almost disgusting to us to engage in that shallow of a way sexually, because we are so in tune with that energy, and we're so in tune with other people and ourselves in a really, really intimate way. We see everything. So we know when something's dirtying the water, when something is like, it affects us very strongly. And when we go to a dark place with our desire, it can control us. It can be used by others to manipulate us. It gets really dark when it gets dark with Scorpio. Okay, so there's something about your energy in that sense. I feel like you've been made to be ashamed of it. This could even be like if you grew up in this is like what happened to me as a child. This might be too much information. A trigger warning, I guess, for people who are prudes. Okay, so when I was young, I know you guys love me, and I love you for putting up with me. Thanks. I remember I was like, just, your natural kid growing up, and you realize, hey, touching myself feels good. Also, I'm a fucking Scorpio rising. It's like, I'm very tuned into that energy, right? But I also grew up in an incredibly like crazy hardcore Christian home where it's like sex before marriage and you're going to hell. Like, have an orgasm, touch yourself, and we need to put the holy water on you. And it was very much that vibe. It was very much something that was like a source of shame, and like, we don't talk about that. It's very like repressive, and I almost feel like your desire, or just your innate appetite or sexual energy here, there's so much of it. I feel like there's something where that's been a source of shame. And I don't think it was just you shaming yourself, honestly. But there's this belief now where you feel like it is a feeling of being not matched or understood by anybody. But there's this fear that's coming from this place of kind of shaming yourself and criticizing yourself, putting yourself down, carrying the torch forwards, like remembering what someone once said to you and replaying that in your head, and then letting that still affect you. That's like giving your power away. Don't do that. Someone might have said something that hurt you once, but when you replay it in your head and you let it continue hurting you for like months, years, whatever after, You are giving so much power to that person, and you don't need to. They can't fuck with you. You just need to cement within yourself that they were fucking wrong. They didn't see you. You see you, and you know you. And you know that shit's not true. This is your power. This is not something to be afraid or ashamed of. No. Well, there's something there where you feel like this is dirty, or it diminishes you. It deteriorates your value, your worth, or it is like something that's hard to accept, or something about someone deserving better. I don't know, but it's coming through as shame surrounding that. But there doesn't need to be, because you are very much not just that. The Lovers is here with this. So it's balanced. Just like Aries and Scorpio are balanced here. The masculine and the feminine Mars. You're more balanced than you realize. This is still in your subconscious, but this is the reason why you're not taking the leap. Something about you're seeing yourself as like an imbalanced or skewed masculine. Yeah, not being in control of your desire, not being in control of your power. You've moved out of something from the past. You've healed from it. You've mastered it. Something from the past here that maybe you weren't tempered. Maybe something did kind of get you either so lit up that it like was a shock to the system, and you almost got, again, you could have had like an addictive sort of attachment, or it did get a little shadowy or toxic for a sec there. Maybe it scared you because you felt like someone could control you with that, or like you just couldn't control it. Or else something kind of was not sustainable, like something just went out. You lost your desire for something, or you had to cut yourself off for some reason. You felt like you had to numb yourself out or disconnect from that part of you. But it's come back online, and it's balanced and healthy. I can see that very clearly. And if you make yourself vulnerable to something, I don't see it throwing you off, because again, you've mastered something that was not mastered in the past whenever that happened. So there needs to be an element of trusting yourself to the extent that then you can trust others, because it's like, you know that no matter what happens, even if the very worst case scenario happened, you would still be okay because you're a badass. You've done the healing. Okay. So we're gonna take a look now at your advice. Okay. You have the Magician in reverse and what the fuck? Chashmal? We'll see about the pronunciation in the book, but it says the Silent Fire. The Magician in reverse. I really feel like there's something that you're not expressing, because this is Mercury and this says the Silent Fire. There's something that is very much like burning. It's lit up within you, but I don't feel like it's actually being expressed. And it needs to be for you to step into the power and authority that you're meant to have an experience in this life. I feel like you have this massive fucking ability. Like you're someone who is not just incredibly tuned in and disciplined. Like when you focus and you balance yourself and you ground, you have a natural ability to be super tuned in. And when you add presence and intention to that, and you direct this flow of energy, however you do that, whether it's through meditation, vision, like envisioning, daydreaming about the future, having those creating those visions that are very clear, or more directly engaging with your sexual energy, it's meant to be very powerful, but there's something that hasn't been allowing it to flow the way that it wants to to be optimal. And so with this silence and the magician in reverse, and then what we were talking about in terms of communication in your throat chakra, I don't know if there's something you actually need to say, because the throat chakra is about expression overall. So it could be about action, it could be about saying something, or it could be about saying something, but then also walking the talk. Let's see what this angel is all about. Okay, number 9. Kashmal. Okay, Kashmal is how you say his name. And he is a cherubim. In the world of creation, the silent fire. Chashmal is a Hebrew word that combines chash, meaning silence, and mal, meaning speech. It represents the mysterious nature of communication that goes beyond language. Oh, this is making me think about sex. But like tantra, like sex magic, not... Think about the most powerful way that humans communicate without words, right? The most intense form of body language, really, because it actually involves complete immersion with another person on a soul level. And there's a mysterious nature of connection with that. So it says this term, originating from biblical context to signify a vibrant force, has evolved in modern usage to refer to electricity, illustrating its dynamic significance across different eras. So there's a Bible verse, Ezekiel 1:4. It says, I looked, and to a stormy wind came sweeping out of the north, a huge cloud and flashing fire surrounded by a radiance, and in the center of the fire, a gleam as of amber. Okay. So it says Chashmal is mentioned in connection with a complex and surreal vision of celestial beings, which are often interpreted as the cherubim. Their particular vision describes the divine chariot, the Merkabah, symbolizing spiritual travel and the unification of opposites. Chashmal is also referred in a cautionary tale within the Talmud. Here, a young man becomes fixated and consumed by the mysteries of Ezekiel's vision until the angel Chashmal appears, and he becomes engulfed in flames. This fable highlights the dangers of consuming the sacred mysteries without proper preparation or guidance. Wow. The essence of this messenger is a force field of fiery vitality akin to a lightning storm. Ooh. Its power mirrors our own quest for knowledge, profoundly influential, yet fundamentally elusive. Yet, in a sudden flash, the obscured may be brought to light, unveiling cosmic secrets in a flickering of profoundly transformative revelations. But without proper preparation, this fire may consume us, leaving only dust in its wake. Receiving this card signals a call to embrace the balance between seeking and restraint, echoing the ancient principle of sub rosa, silence underpins wisdom. Wow. It teaches the importance of approaching life's mysteries with courage and humility, reminding us that true insight often lies in the harmony of listening as much as the act of questioning. As you journey through the hidden and the revealed, let Chashmal inspire a respectful pursuit of knowledge, where the power of silence guards the sanctity of truth. There's also a magic kind of ritual that you can do here. So it says, grab a pen and piece of paper, set a timer for 5 minutes, call upon the electric forces of Chashmal to guide the words you receive from pen to paper. And using your non-dominant hand, free write everything that comes to the top of your mind, with the anchored intention of cosmic secrets being revealed for you and you alone. When the timer is up, spend a few moments meditating on what was received, how it resonates, and how you can apply it in your life. Then take the paper and safely light it on fire until it turns to ash. This signifies release of attachment to the words on the page and the intent to integrate the wisdom instead. This feels just super fucking powerful. I don't know who I'm talking to right now, like who this message, but I can feel the power and the authority that you're meant to lead. You're a leader of some sort. I feel that. And let me just put it this way. The fear is equal to the amount of fear that you feel surrounding something is equal to sometimes how much you're supposed to do it, how powerful it will be. It's like the fear is almost mirroring the payoff. Sometimes when something fucking scares the shit out of us, it's because it's meant for us and we know it on a soul level. We feel called to it. Integration, unconditional love, knowing and trusting oneself to the extent that we let somebody else intimately know and love us. We allow ourselves to be witnessed in some way. And it's deep. And it gives us a type of power that cannot be received any other way. And there's something here where there's a type of power and authority that you are very much meant to come into in this life. It's in you. And it wants out. It's ready to be expressed. And if there's a strong fear coming up now, that's why. It's because you feel this. And that's why your focus is like pushing it away, because you know, and you're about to know even more. Spirit's so not subtle. Like, don't you just love that? But this is like your spirit. This is like your higher self being like, bitch, this is your power. It's time. And then your human or ego self is like, bitch, I just stabilized. You know, I just got my summer, but like I was just ready to have hot girl summer, sexy daddy summer, you know, like, hello. Universe is like, now you're ready. Yeah. Okay. Well, I personally love to see it because this is you. Like, I can feel your power. It's tangible. And bitch, if you don't step into it in this life, I'm going to have to slap you. I'm just going to have to slap. That's just, it is what it is. Okay, so the energy between you and someone important in your life right now. Okay, apparently there's a lot here. The Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, so this says magic isn't a matter of power, witches, and spells, that sort of thing. It's the creation of a state of mind that becomes a state of being. Okay, then we have this card that says no doubt. And I put this in the deck with the intention of like, because bitch, I can doubt myself like nobody's business. Okay, I'm a Virgo South Node. So when I get in my shadow, it's like overthink everything until like you just become so stale. That Five of Swords energy, yeah, I can tell you that it's not a neighborhood in your head that you want to get stuck in, because I'm intimately, you know, I've had a relationship with the Five of Swords before, okay? And so I put this card in this deck to be like, if this ever comes out, it means like, this is an absolute truth. There is no fucking doubt, no doubt whatsoever surrounding whatever this is an answer to. So there's something then between you and someone else that like you absolutely fucking know. And then this card says opportunity, momentum, community repression, and gratitude. This could be the realization that something fell apart with the Four of Wands in reverse. to create something else. That something falling apart created a shift in your state of mind that has now become a shift in your state of being that is now about to, I feel like, carry you with momentum, with this natural flow that is just leading to even more opportunity. And you're going to have so much to be grateful for. But there's still this energy of repression that needs to be dealt with. And it very much like doesn't fit with the rest of what's on this card, I feel like. It's standing out to me. That's what needs to be focused on. And you need to take that on with no fucking doubt. So whatever it is that you need to say or do, it's like with your whole damn chest. All right? That's what your spirit is saying to you. And it involves someone else. For some of you, it involves a community, like your family or, I don't know, any type of community. There's something that you need to say. Yeah. And you already know, and what you know, you know. You know. For some of you, these downloads are surrounding this. Yeah. Some of you had a relationship that fell apart, and at the time you thought it was the end of the fucking world, and it instilled a lot of, it was painful, it instilled a lot of doubt. It felt kind of like your dreams falling apart, and I feel like it really affected you, kind of put you in this never again, like fuck everyone energy. I only need me. But now I think you're seeing that this fell apart and the growth that it caused you, how it put you in a place where you saw more of yourself and you were embodied more of yourself and you were more empowered and grounded. You saw your own worth. It actually opened up a beautiful opportunity that's available to you now. It's almost like you're seeing how everything did happen for a reason. The dissolution of something, it led you back to your own power. And it's your own faith in this power now that's giving you the guts to liberate yourself from this long-standing doubt or fear. And when you do, a whole new fucking world opens up for you. But you have to have this no doubt. You have to trust what you know. But I'm seeing here like you fucking know. Whatever this is, you'll know because it's undeniable. So whatever that truth is for you, yeah, you'll know. Is there anything else about this Four of Wands in reverse? No, I feel like that was super clear. Yeah, there's something that there wasn't. Whoa. Ugh. There's something you had to come in from out of the cold, and it was, it took a lot of healing. This is something that stagnated you for a long time. You felt really stuck in toxicity surrounding this, and whatever this was, it wasn't love, it was attachment. This is an attachment. And this situation did not honor this part of you, which is why it could feel a little scary putting yourself back in that place. Yeah, I totally understand. You can trust yourself though. And you're realizing this. You're understanding how even this, which is gross, don't get me wrong, been there, done that. It's not fun. And it'll fuck you up. But the healing journey back from that will also put you in a place where actually you do have a leg up to receive your most abundant timeline and everything that you do deserve, because you pulled yourself out of hell and you crawled back from everything that didn't deserve you. And now you know where you're meant to be. You know what is for you. All of this is going to be hitting you, I feel like. It's coming up from under. The Lovers is going to trump that Fool in reverse. Your soul's own recognition of the power that it's being called to step into, I feel like, is going to ultimately, because it's your soul. Again, it's your power. Yeah, it feels so heavy to hold back, to hold this in, to not build this thing. Because you are meant to build or lead, or for some of you, this is like investing in a community that you're meant to guide or lead, to be truly fucking devoted and invested and open to it, all of you. To give and receive back in a fulfilling way. For some of you, this is a relationship. For some of you, this is like a job or a work project that's going to require a lot of you. But it's something that will require heart, not just will, not just passion. It requires these deep parts of you. You got to crack those babies open. And you cannot unlock this in this life any other way. So your greatest hope or fear. Okay. This came out in another reading. Was it Virgo's next 72 hours reading? I can't remember. This specific card came out though. I think it was, but I can't remember because I've done a couple of readings since then. It's this card that has this person saying, is this my twin flame? And then they're really looking at a trauma bond. The Devil and the Queen of Cups in reverse. That is that. But Judgment is Plutonian energy, the ruler of Scorpio. And Pluto transforms through darkness. Pluto transforms through poison, through toxicity, through shadow, through the parts of us that we most don't want to look at, that we are most ashamed of, that have been violated. And because it's those really deep, powerful parts of us that have been used, and I want to say like raped, like stripped in an unjust way, in a way that is wrong. It's wrong. And it wounds very deeply because of that, because it is a violation, a violent fucking violation. It feels violent because of what is taken from you, because what is taken is such a precious part of you. And it's either given freely and then weaponized against you, or given freely and then taken for granted or manipulated, or whatever it is, something caused you to really not trust. And it's the Devil and the Queen of Cups in reverse, whatever that was for you. But your greatest fear is that this thing is not all that it seems, and that it's actually the opposite of what you thought or think that it is. It's interesting though, I feel like that's your greatest fear, and this is your greatest hope, which is that you've already done this. And that's not what's knocking on your door again, because you did this and you let it transform you. I think that's one of the big truths that's going to hit you and liberate you. It's an undeniable truth, because you feel yourself. You know where you're at, and you have reconciled whatever happened in the past. That doesn't mean that it doesn't still suck if you tap back into the energy, remember it, or think of it. It could still hurt. It could still feel gross, dirty, icky. But you did transform from it. You did grow from it. You did become more sovereign and empowered from that. You reconciled that dark, heavy energy. You have transmuted that, my friend. There's no fucking trace of that here. It's done. It's gone. You sent that back from whatever hell it came from, and you purified the fuck out of yourself to the extent that you're ready to open up again. You're ready to be intimate again in a way that maybe you thought you never would be able to. Trust someone else with that part of you again. There's something that really, it was toxic, it was binding, it was karmic as fuck, it was traumatic, and it was a tie that felt very fucking strong to something for all the wrong reasons, though. It brought out the worst in you. And it scared the shit out of you. You don't want to experience that again and again. I get it. But I want to assure you, this work is done. This has been conquered, okay? It has no influence over you anymore. You took your fucking power back from that. And whatever it is you're seeing and feeling, you're seeing and feeling it clearly now without the influence of whatever this is. Once you release yourself from the last little bit of fear, once you recognize you've done this work, what comes after judgment? The world. You're going to close out that fucking heavy ass karmic cycle and you're going to be truly free of it. That feels really powerful. Okay, let's see what the outcome in the near future is. Okay. The Three of Wands. It's a card of movement, making leaps and bounds towards the future. So I do see this energy continuing to push forwards naturally, though, momentum. And it's also inspired, like looking towards the future, but not in a passive way. Taking the energy and projecting it into the future almost not in like I'm waiting and I'm passive and I'm not doing anything, though it's intentional. It's you're directing your energy towards what you want here. Be hot, have fun, and stay true to yourself because people will villainize you regardless. Exciting, exotic, and evil. Damn, this is vibes, honestly. What kind of summer are you about to have? We're all just walking each other home. Aww. You're about to find your fucking partner in crime and just take over the world. Evil laughs in perfect sequence and harmony. And then this card. This is just honestly the fucking best. Like, this is the best, okay? This is so perfect. This is what you deserve after everything you've been through, honestly. And I feel like you're redirecting this energy, this no fucks energy. You're not using it to talk yourself out of something that you know really aligns with you. You're admitting your desire because it's healthy. It's not dirty. It's not selfish. You are saying, fuck the naysayers. I'm a villain in someone's story no matter what I do. So I might as well be my hottest, most badass self and actually be authentic and go for what I fucking want. And this sets you free. I see you in the near future just feeling so fucking just think of how you feel when the weather's just right. You're on a road trip with people you love. A playlist is just like hitting. It's banger after banger, you know? The sun shines on your skin, your eyes are closed, you're smiling, your arm is out the window, the wind through your fingers. You're so fucking alive and free. You're about to feel that way again. And the beautiful thing is, I think that you've been feeling that way on and off individually, like on your own for some time. Because this is very much that energy, like, I feel good. I don't need anyone else to feel good. You know, it's like that vibe with the Nine of Pentacles and Aries. It's like, I know I'm hot. I know I'm badass. I know I create momentum and opportunities in my own fucking life. Thank you very much. But then this is like, and I know I don't need you. I don't need you, the Devil and the Queen of Cups in reverse, because that's not healthy. But I fucking want you bad, whatever this is. And you're just gonna fucking go for it. And it's everything and more that you ever could have fucking expected. It puts you just in this energy where you feel like anything's possible. And I feel like anything is possible. Like, there's this sense of power and magic. Again, magic. It isn't a matter of power and spells, and it's a creation of a state of mind that becomes a state of being. Once you trust yourself, you project and act on that state of mind. It becomes a state of being. And I feel like it's right where you want to be. It's the only place you want to be. And I think that you're open and you're grateful for something that is a part of your path. You're grateful just to have it next to you in the passenger seat, or you're grateful just to be involved with it if it's a project, or, or traveling. Maybe for some of you, this is a trip that's going to be really inspiring to you, life-changing to you, or an era of your life where you focus on traveling. I don't know, but it's something that lights you on fire in all the right ways, and it makes me so happy for you. I just feel like you've done a lot of really intense, I feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself, and now it's time to fucking speak up and tell the universe clearly with your whole down chest exactly what you want. And you're gonna get it. And more. You're gonna get it and some. Something about this is so sexual. I'm here for it, honestly. Well, that's what I've got for you. Love this. Kind of a mess, so forgive me, but yeah, this is beautiful, you guys. This is inspiring. It's sexy. It's juicy. It's a little bit dangerous, but in all the right ways, the ways that actually, we're meant to take risks, We're not meant to play it safe all the time. How fucking boring is that? The greatest tragedy is forgetting how to live before you die. So do what you gotta do, baby. Because life's too fucking short. And you're meant to experience a lot of fulfillment, power, authority, joy. And yeah, in this life, it's meant to feel really good. It's meant to be really good. No limits on that. So this is really about opening yourself up to the fullness of that by also allowing magical things, miracles, support from others that you don't expect, genuine good intentions and investment of other people who are in alignment with you. That is just opening the door to that. It's not opening the door to receiving help from all the wrong places or people who are going to hold it over you, or no. This is healthy receptivity, and it allows you to just up-level that little bit more that pushes you into everything that you're meant to be. You're just gonna know. It's gonna feel right in every way. I love you. Crazy amounts. Thanks for being here. Oh yeah, there's a membership area now. I'm so bad at self-promotion, you guys. There's a membership area. It's $7 a month, Canadian. And yeah, you get another video, an extra video, an exclusive video every week. And just vibes. So if you want to support and chill, then check that out. There's a join button up at the top of my main page there. It should be next to the subscribe button. But I love you so much. This is sexy as hell. I'm gonna let you go, but may the force be fucking with you, my friends. No limits. No doubt, okay? Doubt is the devil within. Doubt is the only devil. It's not outside of us. It's us questioning ourselves. Nothing will hold you back or limit you more than this. So it's time to cast that out. It's time to actually rebuke it and not give whatever that is any more power over you, okay? All your power is meant to be yours. No leaks. Mwah. I'll talk to you guys again very soon. Bye.